Senator Mark Warner is on the verge of dropping a legislative bombshell, a bill to regulate AI agents. This changes everything about how we think of AI governance. You're probably wondering what this means for the future of AI development. The stakes are high, with Warner's bill aiming to set a precedent for AI oversight in the US. But here's the thing. This isn't just about politics. It's about the very fabric of how we build and interact with AI. Warner's move signals a significant shift towards accountability in the AI space. The question is, what kind of impact will this have on the AI landscape? Will it stifle innovation or pave the way for more responsible AI development? The bill's introduction comes at a time when AI agents are becoming increasingly integral to various sectors. You're seeing them in healthcare, finance, and education, basically everywhere. And with great power comes great responsibility, right? But what does this mean for you, the builder, the enthusiast? Are you prepared for a future where AI development is heavily regulated? The implications are massive. Regulatory frameworks will dictate how AI agents are developed and deployed, affecting not just the tech giants, but also the smaller players, the indie devs, and the researchers. This could be a game changer for the entire AI ecosystem. But here's the part nobody saw coming. This might just be the tip of the iceberg. What if this bill is just the beginning of a much larger conversation about AI governance? What if it sets off a chain reaction, leading to a complete overhaul of how we think about AI regulation? You need to be ahead of the curve on this one. But for now, the question remains, are we ready for an AI world with regulatory guardrails? But here's what's really interesting. While Warner's bill is making waves, there are other developments in the AI space that could potentially disrupt the entire regulatory conversation. You're watching the regulatory storm unfold, but here's the thing. It's not just about the U.S. Senator Mark Warner's bill to regulate AI agents is just the beginning. As these frameworks take shape, they'll have a ripple effect, impacting how AI agents are developed and deployed worldwide. The question is, are you ready for the impact? Consider this. With AI agents becoming integral to various sectors, from healthcare to finance, regulatory frameworks will dictate their development and deployment. This means builders and users alike will have to adapt to new standards, new guidelines, and new oversight. We're talking about a potential global precedent here. The U.S. has taken the first step, but other countries will be watching closely. They might follow suit, or they might take a different approach. Either way, it's going to be a wild ride. Think about the numbers. AI is already a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's growing fast. With regulation comes accountability, and that's going to change the game. As Senator Warner said, we need to make sure that these technologies are developed and deployed in a way that is transparent, accountable, and beneficial to society. But what does that really mean for you, the builder, the enthusiast? It means you need to stay ahead of the curve, to anticipate the changes that are coming. You need to be ready to adapt, to pivot, and to thrive in a regulatory environment that's still taking shape. And here's the thing. It's not all about regulation. There are innovators out there pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI. They're developing new tools, new features, and new capabilities that will change the way we interact with AI agents. But can they keep up with the regulatory pace? That's the million-dollar question. Are the innovators going to be able to stay one step ahead of the regulators, or will the regulations stifle innovation? You need to know what's coming next, and that's exactly what we're going to explore. The intersection of regulation and innovation is where the real story is, and it's about to get a whole lot more interesting. You're seeing it everywhere. The AI landscape is shifting, and regulation is just the beginning. But meanwhile, in the shadows, innovation is quietly changing the game. Take Cursor, for instance. Their new iOS app just launched, and it's a total disruptor. Developers can now build and deploy AI tools directly from their mobile devices. That's right, you can create powerful AI tools on the go without needing a desktop. This mobile-first approach is huge, and it could be the catalyst that democratizes AI development. Imagine it. More creators, more builders, all leveraging AI without the need for heavy-duty hardware. The barriers to entry are crumbling, and that's a massive jump forward. As Senator Mark Warner pushes for regulation, Cursor is pushing the boundaries of what's possible. But here's the thing. This innovation could be the very thing that forces regulators to rethink their approach. You see, when everyone can build and deploy AI tools, the old rules just won't apply. The question is, can regulators keep up with the pace of innovation? And what happens when the cat's out of the bag? When AI development is no longer limited to the elite? The stakes are getting higher by the minute. But what if this is just the beginning? What if the real revolution is not the tools themselves, but how they're changing the way we think about AI governance? Vocabulary: democratization, disruptor, catalyst, barriers, governance. You think the future of AI is all about powerful servers and data centers. But what if the real revolution is happening at the edge? On your device, to be specific. A recent project is making waves by running vision models on device for every screenshot. Yes, you heard that right. Every screenshot. This isn't just a tech demo. It's a glimpse into a future where AI processing happens right where you need it, without relying on the cloud. The implications are massive. Latency drops, privacy increases, and the entire AI experience becomes more seamless. Senator Mark Warner's push for AI regulation is still on the table, but innovations like this are quietly reshaping the landscape. Cursor's new iOS app is another piece of the puzzle, making AI development more accessible. But here's what almost nobody is talking about. As AI agents gain traction and edge computing advances, the very framework of AI governance is up for grabs. What does it mean to regulate AI when the processing happens on device? The rules are being rewritten, and the players are just starting to realize it. You're seeing the pieces fall into place, but the question is, what's the end game? You think you're up to speed on the AI landscape, but here's what nobody's talking about. These developments aren't just about regulation or innovation. They're about reshaping the very framework of AI governance. Senator Mark Warner's bill to regulate AI agents is just the tip of the iceberg. It's not just about oversight. It's about defining the boundaries of AI power. As AI agents become more integral to our lives, the real question is, what does this mean for the future of AI, and are we prepared for the implications? Consider this. With Cursor's new iOS app, developers can build and deploy AI tools on the go. That's a massive jump in accessibility, but it also means more AI agents are being created, and with that, more potential for unpredictability. Running vision models on device for every screenshot is a game changer for edge computing. But what about the governance of these on-device models? Who's responsible when something goes wrong? The push for regulation is intensifying, but it's not just about creating rules. It's about creating a new paradigm for AI development. As Senator Warner puts it, we need to make sure that we're putting in place the kind of safeguards that will allow us to take advantage of the benefits of AI while minimizing the risks. But what are those risks exactly? We're not just talking about job displacement or bias. We're talking about the potential for AI to disrupt entire industries, to challenge our notions of privacy and security. The truth is, we're still in the wild west of AI governance. There are no clear guidelines, no universal standards. It's a free-for-all, and that's what makes it so exciting and so terrifying. As we move forward, we need to ask ourselves, what kind of AI future do we want to create? One that's driven by innovation or one that's driven by regulation? The answer, of course, is not that simple. But one thing is certain. The decisions we make now will have far-reaching consequences. So what's the right approach? That's what we'll explore next. You've seen the regulatory moves, the innovative tools, and the push for AI governance. Now it's time to connect the dots. Senator Mark Warner's bill to regulate AI agents, Cursor's mobile-first approach to AI development, and the breakthroughs in on-device processing. All these pieces are part of a larger puzzle. The picture that's emerging is one of rapid evolution, where the rules of the game are being rewritten as we speak. The question is, are you ready to adapt? The AI landscape is no longer just about building smarter models or more efficient algorithms. It's about the framework that governs how these technologies are developed, deployed, and used. It's about who gets to decide what AI can and cannot do. So what's the takeaway? The AI landscape is evolving at breakneck speed, and staying ahead of the curve means being informed. You need to know what's coming next, what it means for you, and how you can leverage these changes to your advantage. Want to stay in the loop? Subscribe for the latest insights, and get ready for our next deep dive into the AI revolution that's changing everything. From the labs where AI is being reinvented to the boardrooms where its future is being decided, we'll take you on a journey to the forefront of this revolution. And here's a glimpse of what's next. The untold stories of AI's impact on industries you least expect, the innovators who are pushing the boundaries of what's possible, and the policymakers who are shaping the future of AI governance. Stay ahead of the curve. Stay informed. The future of AI is unfolding, and you don't want to miss it.